Hey guys, welcome to I guess Hello Gyaru's weekly check-in number 3. Today I really quickly wanted to talk about an experience that I had this weekend. So Saturday, I went to a Harajuku Meetup in downtown Los Angeles and Little Tokyo. And that was really interesting because you got to see a variety of different subcultures that embrace Japanese culture kind of um, collide. So Weller Court in Little Tokyo is very well known within the Los Angeles community for the large amount of cosplayers that tend to hang out there on the weekends. So you have that subculture kind of hanging out, and then all these really lovely, beautiful Lolitas and Dakora K kids and people that are just interested in the Harajuku scene, and to just see all of them interact or not, or how they kind of mesh with one another. And then you see all these tourists coming around and taking photos. It was a very interesting experience, and I met a couple of really cool people. So if you're watching this video, hello, it's good to see you. So that was really cool. And then the other thing was today I spent the day at the Huntington Gardens. If you're familiar with the Huntington, it is a very large property that was owned by a man who put the red car system in Los Angeles. And it boasts the largest Chinese garden outside of China, and it also has a very beautiful Japanese garden that was built by the owner, by Mr. Huntington, for his second wife. I believe in the 20s. So if you're ever in the Los Angeles area, you should definitely check those out. The Japanese area is incredibly beautiful for Hanami, which is flower viewing. So you'll notice I'm wearing Yukata today. I'm going to stand up and show you. And I got this yukata when we were in our honeymoon in Tokyo just a couple of months ago. And it's from Uniqlo. If you like it, I highly recommend that you get it from Uniqlo. They have a great tutorial video on how to wear them and wear them appropriately. And they're inspired by traditional Japanese designs by famous Japanese designers. So highly recommend that. But the biggest and most interesting learning from that was two things. One was that I felt really uncomfortable, so I did tons of research because I just didn't know, like, how are people going to receive me, this white person walking around in a yukata. And I did tons of research. I was watching Rachel and June's YouTube channel. If you don't know them, check them out, Rachel and June. And there they talk about, is it okay for white people to wear yukata? And June, who's Japanese, says, yeah, I think it's great, and I think a lot of Japanese people would think it's fine if you're doing it respectfully and I guess in a way that's appropriate and respectful to the culture. I don't see why not. If anything, they'll be excited. Japanese people would be excited that you are honoring and wearing a part of their culture. So that gave me the confidence to just kind of go out into the universe and wear it. And then I put on my yukata in the morning, and it took some time, and just that was a really interesting experience, putting on my makeup, wearing my shoes, and then I got to the Huntington, and the first compliment that I got was from a Russian family who, I speak Russian, but I don't think that they knew that, and I just hear the mom point me out and go, wow, look at how beautiful that is, and that just kind of made me feel, oh, okay, great. Oh, people like it. How wonderful. And then the guy that was at the members booth when I was getting my membership sticker bowed to me, which I thought was really interesting. Like, oh, thank you. That's cool. So for the most part, people were really nice. People took photos. A lot of people stared, understandably, because it's unusual. There's one little boy who was like, she's wearing a robe! And it was totally adorable and very cute, and his mom like hushed him to be polite, and I was like, that's fine. I was 5 years old once, and I'm sure I did the same thing. So for the most part, I just had a really great experience all day until the very end, and I'm walking around with my friend, and I hear this one Asian girl with her friend say, oh, that's not kimono, that's yukata. That's actually really cheap. Or yukata are really cheap, sorry. And I just felt like this one comment out of probably a dozen that I got that day, or today rather, just totally decimated me. You know, I was really self-conscious going into it. I did tons of research, and then I did it, and I was like so happy I did, because I felt like, great, like I'm doing cherry blossom viewing, and this is so wonderful. And then to have that sort of comment totally almost dismantled all the other wonderful things that people had been saying. And it was just a really great lesson in the fact that it doesn't matter how hard you try, and it doesn't matter how much research you do or diligence that you have. There's always going to be ignorant and very not nice people out there in the world. And maybe I just caught the wrong side of the conversation. Maybe I just misheard her, or maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions because I'm insecure. So I don't know. It was an interesting lesson, and definitely made me think twice about me and trying something new, and the fact that, as my husband said earlier today, there's always going to be haters, and you just do your best to ignore it. So yeah, so those are some of the big things that happened this week, and I'll check in with you guys in another week. Bye!